This is how, in a matter of seconds, you are gonna take your old negatives and your old slides and digitize them. You turn them into a 20 megapixel high resolution digital image. So now you can share those moments, you can preserve them, you can declutter. And the beauty of this is you don't need any software, you don't need a computer to use it. All you need is that box of slides and negatives that you've got sitting in the basement or the attic or maybe in the garage that's just wasting away with time. This is how we're gonna preserve those memories, and it is so easy to do. And this new version now comes with a 16 gigabyte micro SD card so that you can store up to 5,000 photos right there on that included SD card. We're also giving you editing software so you can improve those photos before you save them. And you're getting a Film 120 adapter, which we will talk about in just a moment. But for those of you who have been looking for a way to digitize that rare gem of a type of film, this one will come with it included. We have a fantastic price point today of $149.99. Free shipping and handling, and 5 flexible payments. And Julie Truster here is going to show us how you do it and why it's such a great option. So welcome in. It's good to see you, Julie. This looks all too familiar right here.
I brought my bag of my stash of slides and negatives.
Yeah.
So if you have these maybe in your attic or your basement or you're under bed, pull them out right now, because you can take old slides and negatives and convert them into a digital file in 3 seconds. And it is so easy to do. So all of these that you can't see, no one has any idea what's on them anymore. I'm gonna take slides. Now it comes with everything that you need. And just like you said, you don't have to have a computer, you don't have to have software. You take a slide or a negative and you do this, 3 seconds, and you put it through. Largest screen in the industry, brand new unit.
Oh, so it's showing in real time what's on the slide.
This is in real time, exactly.
Wow.
So you can see now it's in color, and then what you can do, 2 buttons, boom, it just stores. They say 3 seconds, it's less than 3 seconds. And it stores it in a 20 megapixel file. So old slides and negatives, 135 millimeter, which is the most popular size, and then of your slides and negatives, and you just slide them through like this. A 4.3 inch screen right here. And then if you wanna save it, you push the 2 buttons. If you don't, you just keep sliding through. And I'm going extra slow just so you can see the process. But it's super easy. It comes with your adapters, and that's all you have to do. You can sit in front of the TV and do this. You could have your own little business and do this. And a lot of times you can't see what's on here.
Right.
And if you shipped them out, you would end up paying for what's on here, and it might be a dud.
Not only that, you're shipping them out. And a lot of us are concerned about sending our memories across the country. So this is a nice option to just do it at home. I love the idea, Julie, that I don't need software, I don't need a computer with this. I just change out the adapter based on what I'm feeding through, right?
Exactly.
And that's it.
And all you have to do, you plug it in. So you want to be able to plug it into a regular outlet. And then your screen right here, it's a 4.3 inch color screen. So I love that now you can see it on here. And then you just take your slide or a negative. This right here is your adapter. So it comes with your adapter, and then all you have to do is just feed it right through, and now you can see it, and you can decide if you want to save it. You can even color correct on board. So if you don't like, if it's a lot of the 70s are kind of that orange tone, or that yellowish tone, you can go in and color correct. There's your red, your green, your blue. So you could do it on board if you want, and then go back if you don't want to. So I'm gonna show you again how to save it. It's 2 buttons, and it stores it into a 20 megapixel file. Now, what's exclusive on the back right here, it comes with your micro SD card. So that will store up to 5,000 photos, and then you can pop this out, put it in your computer, take it up to the drugstore if you want to print them out.
Love that.
Or you just can keep them on there.
And I noticed an HDMI port there.
Yes,
Very
so what I
cool.
did, okay, so the blue one right here, I have the slide connector in. Over here, what I did, let me show you on the back. And I love how brand new design, so everything's labeled. See where it says HDMI port? Now you can plug this either directly into your computer and view them on there. If you want to download them right onto your computer, you can. Or what I did here, what about a big screen? So think about Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. If you want your whole family around, you can view them now on your TV. So you take your HDMI cord and your slide or your negative, and now instead of looking, see how this is blank right here?
Yes.
Okay, now you're viewing it on here. So it's the big screen, and you can see everything. So everyone...
It's the idea, too, of honoring those memories. I mean, how many of us, and oftentimes a lot of, you know, my friends, we've inherited boxes of slides and negatives from, you know, grandparents and great-grandparents, and what do you do with them? I mean, nowadays, technology moves so fast, we don't have ways to digitize or to look at those, and you're not gonna throw them out. You feel like you're throwing out those precious memories, yet what are they doing living in a box, getting dusty and fading away in a closet or a garage? I mean, this is such a fantastic option to bring them into the modern world, because once they're digitized, now you can share them, you can save them forever, and the quality, what did you call it? You're like upgrading them when you convert it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, so like these are old negatives, old slides. It will actually convert the quality into a 20 megapixel.
Wow.
So a lot of your slides and negatives, they're old, they're deteriorating. In fact, I'm gonna show you some in a little bit on how they lose the color, they fade over time if you don't take care of them. Heck, even if you take care of them, they just start to break down. But once you digitize it, it stores it forever. And this is the easiest way to take your old slides and negatives now and convert them into a 20 megapixel. Now what I'm doing right here, these are the negatives. These are the 35 millimeter. This is like what 95% of you have out there. So these are the most popular slides and negatives. This is the 35 millimeter. It will also convert 127s. What's brand new, I want to show you this bigger size. And this is a little bit more rare. So professional photographers back in the 1930s to 1960s, there was a larger format where they used to shoot this. If you have slides like this, it will now convert them. This is called a 120, and it's a lot of World War II, and it's a lot of professional weddings. So maybe if your grandma has slides, you can't see them. What's great about this is you put it in here, it comes with a dedicated tray right here, and you close the tray, and now you can slide it through and see what's on there, and it will convert. This, again, this is from the 1930s to the 1960s. This is such a treasure right here to be able to do this.
So that's a brand new addition to the configuration.
Yes, we've never been able to do that.
So that's coming with it, and you're getting the MicroSD card as well. It's a 16 gig, and you put that right into your Wolverine as you're passing the items through, and it will save it right to it. You can save up to, did you say 5,000 photos?
Up to 5,000 photos.
Save on that. So that's coming included, all the adapters, and there's some great software. I know a lot of times we don't spend enough time on the software that comes included with our electronics, but this is gonna help you with your photo editing, so you really get the most out of these precious memories that you're sliding through the Wolverine. You just choose your color. We have blue, and we also have red. This is normally about $170, so it's on sale right now for $149.99, free shipping and handling. And with 5 FlexPay, you can get it home for $30. You have 30 days to try it out. So I mean,
my gosh, you'll know instantly.
Yeah, you just plug it in and slide those memories through. What a great gift idea this would be. Even just to bring it to a loved one's house and say, I'm gonna spend the day converting these for you. So we can see them again and enjoy them again and share them.
I know this needs to come with a box of tissues, because once you start going through your slides and negatives, it's very emotional.
And I love that you own it. It's a one-time purchase. So you're not paying for a service every time you find another box.
Right, and you don't have to buy anything else. And I wanna make it very, very clear. You don't have to have software. You don't have to know how to work a computer. You don't have to have Wi-Fi or an app. It is so simple. So it's a standalone unit like this, and it comes with these little trays. See these little trays right here? This is where you feed your slides and negatives, and then that just clicks in. It's even, this is with the new one, it's labeled, it says this side in, and it tells you your 127 and your 135, your slide adapter. So it's very, very simple. And there's only one way that it can go in, so you really can't mess it up. And you just put it in until it's all the way in, and then you just feed your slides or your negatives in and plug it in. That's all you have to do. Plug it into a wall outlet, so you don't have to have anything else. Now, what comes with it extra is software if you want to edit. And let me tell you why, because a lot of times the old slides and negatives, I was pulling through this. I had one of these. I don't even know what it's up, but a lot of them are bent. Can you see that right there, how it's bent? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide it through, and we'll look at it on the TV. So a lot of times your slides have deteriorated with the colors, or, hold on, I'm doing this upside down. Here. Let's see, there we go. Okay, sliding it through. Now we're looking at the TV, so you can put this on the TV.
Okay.
Right here. I'm gonna keep sliding, and we'll go to the ruin. Okay, see that gash?
Yeah, that's where it was folded?
That's where it was folded.
Okay.
And basically that line, I'll show you right here. This is ruined on the negative. So I printed it out, because you're gonna wanna print out the pictures of your grandparents and your kids when they were little, or of your parents. Okay, this is how it looks. With the editing software that comes with it, Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
You can color correct, you can change, you can edit the colors. And this is an old negative, by the way. I think it was from the 1970s. Okay, then 20 years ago, I was looking at my wedding negatives, which they're not even that old, and they all had a green hue to it. So in the software editing, what I did is I color corrected it back to a true black and white.
That's amazing.
Which is how it was shot. So all of it, can you see? And it's only 20 years old, and my negatives all look green.
It's almost detrimental how quickly technology moves because it does. It makes it hard for us to relive those memories. But the software to do that type of editing is coming included with this package.
Yes, and no one else gets that. The other thing that's included is you get your MicroSD card in the back. You don't have to buy anything when this comes. And when you decide to keep it, I'll show you again, it stores it onto that MicroSD card. So you take your slide or negative. This is how simple it is. And I go extra slow here. At home, you can like zoom through these. And then on the side right here, you just sort it through. You sit right in front of it right here, and you just go, if you want to save it, that's it. I just did it. You can take another one, and you just keep feeding them through. What I love is if you don't want it, you just keep going, and you don't have to save it.
Right.
So I love it. And like I said, you can have a business right here. It's the largest screen in the industry. It's a 4.3-inch color screen. So if your negative is yellowed or black and white, that's exactly how you're gonna see it. And then you can color correct on board if you want to.
So what are the buttons on the Wolverine that I see?
Okay, so your power button is in the middle.
Okay.
And then right over here, the far right, this is if you want to color correct.
Okay.
If you want to go red, green, blue, right there, if you want to store it, if you can. And then the other thing that you want to do when you first start it up, I have it selected for a 135 slide. And you really don't even have to know what numbers they are.
Yeah.
95% of the people have 35 millimeter and 127 slides and negatives. And that's all you do is you push it through.
That's it.
And you can tell this is an older slide. You can kind of tell from the color. If you wanted to color correct it, you could. I just saved it in 3 seconds into a 20 megapixel file. It's literally that easy.
And in the world of the megapixels, 20 megapixels is a lot. That's actually better than a lot of the newer cell phones on the market.
Yes.
The photos that they're taking.
That's a good point. So the latest iPhone out there that's over $1,000 doesn't have a 20 megapixel iPhone camera on it.
I mean, so not only are you now preserving these memories, because a lot of times you could take perfectly good care of your negatives, but time will deteriorate them, right? And what can you do when they're digitized? They live forever. And now you've got the option to share them. You can email them to family. You can create your own slideshows. You can put them on social media. You can print them out, or you can help declutter for the new year.
Yes,
so I mean, a lot
organized.
of us, and you feel guilt about these boxes and boxes of memories. You'd love to relive them. They take up space. What do you do if you can't look at them? What's the point, right? This is how you do it.
Yeah, I love the old cars. Looking
car.
at your old slides and negatives, oh my gosh, it's just so special. Now, the other thing that you can do when you pop your SD card out, people say, well, what do I do with it? Well, you can print them out. You can take them up to the drugstore. You can make prints. You can make pictures. So what I did, I found some slides from 1964 before I was born. And then what I did is I printed them out. You can scrapbook with them. So take your old slides and negative. Maybe you want to make a photo album for your mother for Mother's Day. Maybe you want to make something special. You can print them out. Remember, these are prints. They're 20 megapixel. So they're probably better than the original.
Well, and our producer just made a great point. He's like, think about this too. You don't have to worry about cutting up your original photo, because now that you've made that digital copy, you can print out as many of them as you want to. And you can have lots of fun with your scrapbooking. Maybe you're making an album for someone. It'd be a great Valentine's Day gift, Mother's Day, Easter, any holiday, honestly, to be able to go back and take those precious memories. There are a lot of things that maybe your kids or your grandkids haven't even seen. And now you can relive and teach them a little bit about their family history, when before, how would you have done that? You know, are you gonna find the projectors out there? Are you gonna be able to find the right equipment that you need? I mean, it's really hard nowadays to just find a VCR, let alone something to help you look at your slides and negatives. So this is how we bring them modern.
Most people don't know that this exists out there. And what I'm doing, you don't have to have a TV, but on the back of this, it has an HDMI port. So you can connect it to a TV or a computer, and instead of looking at on here, you can see my screen is blank here. What I'm doing is feeding the negatives, and now you're looking at it on the big screen, so it turns it into a projector. This is from my wedding. The photographer, when I got married, it was kind of starting to be digital, but he wasn't digital yet. So my wedding photos are still on negatives. And they all, I don't know if you can tell, but can you tell that green tint?
Yes.
I color corrected all of them.
Wow.
And you just, in 2 seconds, I just saved it in a better file than when he took the original.
Good. Such a great opportunity to pick it up. You guys, if you want to get it home just to try it out, you have 30 days to try everything. Use our FlexPay system. It's $30, free shipping and handling. Get it home now and you can see all those special memories that, you know, we want to preserve forever.
Yes.
We've got a quick break, but on the other side, Julie's staying with me. We're really